落ちてくガラスの迷路ひび割れた声まだ消えないまま藤た記憶誰かの夢にすり替わる名前さえ今奪われてく聞こえるか胸の奥できしむ鎖の叫び逃げないで選ぶんだ自分だけの芯を一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を上書きしてくささやく嘘切り裂きながら覚めないなら夢を燃やせ一つ操られたスターに君の本と響かせてかけ違えたストーリー今塗り替えてゆけ黒いタイピン運命に鼓動が刺さる笑うシステム感情を食らう震えた指でログアウト先を探してるでも君の手が確かにここにある忘れるな偽物でも選ぶ痛みはリアル奪えない願いだけが最後のパスワード一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を上書きしてくささやく嘘切り裂きながら覚めないなら夢を燃やせ一つ操られた明日に君の本と響かせてかけ違えたストーリー今塗り替えていけ必殺君の声で暗いスクリプトを壊して一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を更新してく挟むく影抱きしめながら傷ついても夢を離すな一つ操られた未来君と一緒に飛び越えて交差してくストーリー今始まりに帰ろう
That's right. That's right. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Hypnocast. That's right. We are live, boys. We are live. We are live. We are live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do that, boys, it's Monday, man. It's Monday, brother. It's fucking Monday. Nobody likes Monday, bro. Don't lie to me. Don't come. I see you guys lying. Look at that. Sonia's lying. Monday is not peak. Monday is not peak. Nobody likes Monday. Stop lying to me. I see people super chatting me on Rumble, lying to me. Stop lying to me. Why are we asking for a membership train already? Demonic Alloy. We just started the stream. We haven't even hugged it out yet. Jesus Christ, man. What is wrong with you people? What is wrong with you people? Guys. Guys, listen, we got to get into the content, man. But before we do that, we got to bring it in, man. Let's go. We got to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet, as we always do every single day, boys. Every single day. Come on, get in here. Let's go. We got to hug it out. We got to hug it out. Look at it. Mervoth, I don't like Mondays. Good. Based. Absolutely based. Come on, let's go. Get in here. Hurry up. We got to hug it out. All these people every day, man, they saying the same shit as if they're not going to get hugged. They keep trying to run away. They keep trying. It's ridiculous. You're not going anywhere. No hugs today. You're full of shit. You're full of shit if you think you're not going to get hugged today, man. Sonia's, I says, I'll take my leap. Yeah, okay. Okay, everybody go grab Sonia right now. Drag her back over here. Good job, Soul Reaper. Good job, Soul Reaper. Drag her back. Exactly. Get Angmar. Drag Angmar back here. They're not going to be able to escape. I don't care what they say. They're going to try. They're going to absolutely try, but they can't. They can't escape. They can't escape. Boys, listen very closely. Why are we what? Oh my God. Why are we asking for a membership tray? We haven't even hugged it out. Jesus Christ. Guys, listen. Listen. If you're watching on YouTube, like the stream. Like it now. Like it right now this very second. If you are watching over on Rumble, like the stream. That's right. That's right, boys. That's right. And if you are watching anywhere else right now, is that possible? No, really, is that possible? There you go. Take the hugs and like it, damn it. I was waiting for the proper comment. I was waiting for the proper comment. Guys, can I get a mic check, please? Mic check, titty check, balls check. What are we checking, man? What are we checking today? We got a lot we got to talk about, man. Fucking Pragmata is still going, bro. It's still going. They're still making it awkward with Pragmata. Still. There's still somehow, some way they're still making it awkward with Pragmata. What the fuck? It's insane, man. What else are we checking, boys? What else are we checking today? Oh, PlayStation former executive. That's a good story. Basically exposing PlayStation as the reason why they fired him. It's a very interesting thing. Blizzard. I actually filmed the video right before the stream. That's why I was late on Blizzard. I filmed the entire breakdown. Brother, Blizzard is going crazy. They're going crazy. Timothy says, play Metro Last Light Redux check. Very nice. Very nice. Why is there a membership train happening? Is this a joke? Is this a joke? I haven't even done ESG scores yet. But guys, we have a rhythm. Every time I say the word rhythm, it always makes me think of Rhythm in the Night. Is that bad? Is that bad? Are we old? Is that bad? It's probably bad, right? Feel the beat of the rhythm of the night. Yeah, it's bad. Anyway, Pragmata's Peak. Hey, shout out to Wormo. Pragmata's Peak. That was playing in my head. Good. Good. Sandikin says, love that song check. Yes, thank you. Thank you. You're old. Thank you. I appreciate that, Matt Fun Cool. Thank you very much. Rhythm games when? I actually played a lot of rhythm games, but I played the ones you could do it with the controller way back in the day. Like Frequency, Amplitude, Amplitude 2. That was a good game. Those are good games. You know? Damn, You're the Last Dragon flashback. Listen, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. Hey, yo, like a rhythm in the night, just take it. Oh, come on. Why'd you have to make it gay? Why did you have to make it gay, my man? There's no reason for that to happen. Pragmata just sold over 1 million copies in 2 days. Hey, we all knew that was going to happen. Playing some RTS games? What games are you playing? I don't hear too many people say they play RTS games often. Hypno played a lot of Pocket Pool. Oh, my God. All right, listen, man. ESG scores are at their maximum. We're fully funded. Like the stream, boys. Just had to make it gay. You just had to make it gay. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Guys, let's do the Bigot Army roll call, man. Let's do the Bigot Army roll call, and then we're going to do the membership train after that because people keep calling for it. It's insane. It's insane. But Bigot Army roll call has got to come first, man. Who is in this chat hanging out with us on this glorious, glorious, terrible Monday? It can still be glorious. It can still be beautiful outside. But it can still be a terrible Monday, boys. Let's be real. Let's be honest. We got Fractal Mage saying the same thing he says every single stream. Ron DMK. I'm old and white. I got no rhythm. Fair. Fair. Everybody touched a hat, by the way. Denarier, he's old. Damn, Denarier. You really gotta do that? Tiger King, what's going on, Tiger King? It's a banger. It is. Phase Summer. Nope, it's just right. Good times. It is good times. It is good times. Carl Singh. What's going on, Carl Singh? USMC. What's going on, USMC? Over at Rumble. We got Lucky Boy. Oh, shit. Damn. I broke my tooth on a boneless wing. Ouch. That's rough. That's rough. Jay Sims, Soul Reaper, the King Joker, like a rhythm in the night. Just take it. So gay. Doug Fisney, play the damn song. No, that's mega copyright. No, thank you. Dylan B, the Gaming Wolf 87. What's going on, man? Voice in the Water, Mr. Cougar 9. Fellstaff says he's old too. Reaper Knight over on Rumble. El Mervoth. Thanos. What's going on, Thanos? Gooder Damas. Fighter 4. We got Sanguine Tails. We got Sanikin. Draconic over on Rumble. The Fourth Wall Guy. Angmar WK. A kicking Dadits. Yes, it can be. It absolutely can be. We got Yamato 85. What's going on, dude? We got This is Sparta 9000. Thank you, sir. We got who else is here? Nick Havoc. Sargon over on Rumble. We got Commander Sonok. Mr. Blue Cthulhu. What's going on, dude? Bro. You know, every time I sigh or I just like put my head down, my avatar freaks out. My avatar freaks out. So if you ever see my avatar freak out, it's because I'm like, oh my God, bro. Scampnotic. Really? You had to so it went from a Scampus to Scampnotic. What did you evolve? What is that? Your tier fucking 2? Like, what the fuck is this? What is this? Brother. Jesus Christ, man. Dade 404. Jay Sims. Sonya Lissette. Mr. Melancholy. Demonic Alloy. Train. Oh my God. 77. What's going on, man? But how many players engaged? I don't know. We're going to find out. Ray the Graybeard. We got Life Aired over on Rumble. We got, who else here? Dark Obsidian. Keep the train going. What's going on, man? Hey, shout out to Dark Obsidian, man. The guy dropped a mega banger over on Griffcast. He said he would, and by God, he did. What an absolute fucking legend this man is. Thank you so much for that. I greatly appreciate it. We got, who else is here? Democulus over on Rumble. Reaper Knight over on Rumble. Old Man Cad. What's going on, man? MLW. We got Michael Carajo on Rumble. All right, 4 more people. Then we got to get on with the show, man. 4 more people. Who's here? We got the King Joker. What's going on, King Joker? Gray Soul over on Rumbles. Raises his hand. What's going on, dude? We got Scamp. Wait, is there 2 of you? Is there 2 of you? I thought Scampus was Scampnotic. There's 2 of you? Oh my God, man. Timothy. What's going on, Timothy? And last but not least, we got Lockwire. Fuck, I lost his name. Shit. Lockwire, I lost your name. No, it was going too fast. I'm calling out Lockwire. Shout out. Oh, right here. Lockwire. What's going on, dude? This Monday sucks since my birthday. Oh, shit. Thank God I didn't miss this one. Hey, Lockwire. Everybody throw some cake emojis in the chat right now. Do it. Do it. Throw some cake emojis in the chat right now for Lockwire. It's this man's birthday. Shout out to Lockwire. Happy fucking birthday, my guy. I hope you have a good one. Don't say it sucks. Don't lie. Don't lie. We will not let you have a bad birthday. We refuse. We absolutely, positively refuse. Shout out to you, my man. Robin 10. And we got Diet Spam over on Rumble. We got Melody Johnson. We got Genetic Explorer over on Rumble. We got Wormo. Haven't been in the live for a while. I like the new setup. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate that. And we got what? Roga Driscoll playing Rez. Nice. Nice. Brandy Pace. Shout out. Jason Alator. Shout out. Zark 41. What's going on, man? Alucard. And suck my dick. With a side of pork chops and gravy. What the fuck? What the fuck? All right, guys, listen. I called out as many people as I possibly could. Let's sacrifice your fellow Bigot Army member. Let's sacrifice your fellow Bigot Army member. Let's see who's going to get the worst money shot of the week, ladies and gentlemen. It's a Monday, man. Sanakin says, dodge this, okay? I shall go. Time 7, shielded booty, but bigots need to increase their dodge skill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, Democulus says, no sus people. No crooked corporations. Divine Light purifies. All eliminates all defenses. Down by 5, up by 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. On the fucking banana.
Holy shit.
On the fucking banana, bro. On the banana? On the banana. Seriously. And then your name is Monkey Man, which makes it even worse, right? There's so much going on here. There's so much going on. A guy named Monkey Man who throws a banana during a money shot. It's just, there's way too much going on, boys. Congratulations, Monkey Man 04. You are the recipients of the money shot today.
Monster kill.
What the?
This guy's insane. This guy's insane, man. Like the stream, boys. All right, listen. We got a lot we got to talk about. All right? Before we get into the topics, obviously you guys already know what's going down today, but in case you don't know, let me remind you, yesterday's Hypnocast was the first battle in our One Piece Mega Waifu tournament that we're doing right now. That's right, boys. That's right, boys. And in case you missed the tournament yesterday, we had our first battle, and it already was an upset, man. It was insane. It was a $15 loss. $15. It was a $15 loss. But to update it, right? As you can see, Boa Hancock has officially been eliminated from the Waifu Battle Tournament of One Piece. That is crazy, crazy shit, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody saw that coming. Absolutely insane what happened yesterday. There was just, man, there was betrayal. There was chair shots. There was just, it was a war zone. It was an absolute war zone yesterday. And Kira Nightshade is public enemy number 1 because of it. Kira Nightshade is public enemy number 1. So Raiju Vinsmoke did continue into the next portion of the waifu battle, but we won't see her for a while. She's going to go up against whoever wins today's battle, which, as you can see from the headline, and I'm going to bring it up right now, as you can see from the headline, and this is going to make it a lot easier for you guys to vote. As you can see, it is going to be none other than Viola, hashtag Viola, versus hashtag Corona. That's right, boys. That's right, boys. Get your look at the competing waifus, ladies and gentlemen. Viola versus Perona is the battle for today, and whoever wins this one is going to go up against good old Raiju Vinsmoke, ladies and gentlemen. So what you're going to do is that you're going to, in all your super chats, if you want to participate, please make sure to utilize hashtag Viola or Perona as the first thing that you type in your super chats, and then you can type whatever else you want after that. But hashtag Viola or hashtag Perona, and I also have it in the poll today to help you remember to do that. To help you remember to do that, boys. All right? Are we good? Do we understand? Do we understand? Of course we understand, boys. All right, listen. We got a lot we got to talk about today. It's not just the battle, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're going to be talking about the Pragmata situation. Fucking hell, man. Pragmata continues to... It just gets worse. It gets worse. And you know what's crazy? I wasn't even going to talk about Pragmata today. I was actually going to make a video on it instead, but I was like, you know what? I need to just do it live. I'll do it live because there was a post from a person called Mary Morgan. I don't know who this person is, but their post went viral, and I saw it because I think Leon quote tweeted it, or somebody I know quote tweeted it. Anyway, I saw the fucking post, and I'm like, dude, there's no way. There's just no way, right? There's no way. There's no way. Come to find out, I guess this person works for Tim Pool. I don't follow these people, but it is fucking insane. It's insane what is being said about Pragmata. So we're going to go over a couple of posts. We're going to go over her posts. We're going to go over something Hassan said. We're going to go over a lot of things related to Pragmata. We're also going to go over the success of Pragmata because it sold 1 million copies in 2 days. We're also going to go over what Reddit is apparently doing with Pragmata. Apparently on Reddit, they are deleting anything that's even remotely positive related to Pragmata. They're like, what the fuck? They're deleting any post that says it's a great game. It's a 10 out of 10 game. It's it's a fun video. Any positive post for the most part is getting deleted. It is crazy what's happening right now. So we're gonna go over the Pragmata situation because it's fuck. How is it getting worse? I don't understand how it's getting worse. I don't understand. But anyway, it's getting worse. So we're gonna talk about it. We're also gonna talk about a former PlayStation executive speaking out against PlayStation and for the reason why he was fired. It's actually a very interesting story. I forgot his name. What was his name again? Let me see. Oh, Shuhei. Yeah, Shuhei Yoshida. Yeah, how could I forget Shuhei? Oh my God. Shuhei Yoshida is speaking out as to the reason why he was fired, and apparently he was fired from his role for not listening to ex-Sony boss Jim Ryan, who is famous for doing really stupid fucking decisions regarding live service video games. So why are we not surprised? So we're going to check that out and see what that story has. We are also going to talk about Blizzard. Now, Blizzard, I did make a video on Blizzard. I'm not going to go too in-depth on the stream. I want you guys to go watch that video because I go through everything. Right? I go through Blizzard's history. I go through their history of flagging private servers. I go through the Turtle WoW situation because, like I told you guys what was going to happen. Remember when I talked about Turtle WoW? And I said that there's no doubt in my mind that it's going to get shut down after they got an injunction against them, and we didn't know what the settlement was. Well, I said they're going to shut it down. There's no doubt in my mind. Lo and behold, they're shutting down Turtle WoW. But it's not just Turtle WoW. They also sent cease and desist letters to other private servers. And not only that, they also sent a cease and desist letter to... Actually, no, I'm sorry. Let me reverse. Not a cease and desist letter. They sent a DMCA takedown for the entire Overwatch section of Ayaka mods. They want to take down the entire mod section of Overwatch on Ayaka mods. Now, that's only one website. I don't know if they're going after other websites, but what I'm telling you is that Blizzard is on a crazy legal rampage right now. They're on a crazy legal rampage. So we'll touch on that slightly, but my video is going to break down all of it in depth. So make sure to check that out tomorrow. You guys have been doing amazing on the videos. Thank you. I hope you're enjoying them. I hope you're having fun with them. So we got to talk about that as well. And we got a bunch of fast topics, man. We got a bunch of fast topics. Crazy amount of fast topics. We got some Fallout news. We got Fallout New Vegas developers shitting on Bethesda, basically saying they don't have the skill to remake their game. Holy shit. We got to talk about that. Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced has a trailer. or a teaser trailer. We can talk about that. We can talk about some good news. We also got No Rest for the Wicked. No Rest for the Wicked has sold an insane amount of copies, boys. 2 million copies. I can't wait for this game to hit 1.0. I can't. I cannot wait. I purposely had to stop playing that game, like I told you guys before, because I was having too much fun with it, and I didn't want to burn myself out in early access. So I stopped playing it, but I cannot wait to play that game again. We also got Sparking Zero. We got Sparking Zero DLC nudes. Apparently, they're adding over 30 fucking characters to Sparking Zero. I cannot believe how they're updating this game. It's unbelievable. All right, boys. So listen, we got a lot we got to talk about today. Hey, yo, Real GDR says I'm being filtered. Hey, yo, you being filtered? What do you mean by that? What do you What do you mean by you're being filtered? Holy shit. Stop playing because it's too much. Yeah, no, I'm serious. I didn't want to burn myself out. I'm so serious. I'm 100% serious, bro. I did not want to burn myself out on No Rest for the Wicked. I wanted to make sure that when 1.0 drops, it's as fresh as possible, you know? All right, boys, listen, before we do any of that, I saw a lot of you asking for a membership train. All right? But I regret to inform you that we cannot do a membership train. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. We can't do a membership train. The membership trains have been banned from the channel. We can't do it anymore. I know you guys enjoyed it, but I'm sorry. We can't do it anymore. I know. Lies? No, I'm serious. I'm serious, man. I'm totally serious. We can't do it anymore. The membership train is done. It was great while it lasted. But listen, man, I gotta think. I gotta think about the future of the channel. Okay. What happened? Well, so the thing is that apparently there are some people that are very upset. All right. They're very upset over you guys supporting the stream and supporting the channel. They want to continue to consume the free content that they consume without having to see any support whatsoever. They're very upset by that. Okay. So unfortunately, I have to make sure that we do not do any donations or anything like that because I'm losing subs, guys. I'm losing subs. All right. I'm losing subs, guys. It's definitely a problem. Definitely a problem. This gentleman here left a comment on my stream yesterday, and it made me think. It made me think, and I was like, you know what? He's right. He's right. There's way too much support on these streams. You guys are having way too much fun. Honestly, it should just be free. Like just let it rock. We got to let it rock. So this gentleman said, had to unsubscribe. Too many topic interruptions with super chat. Shame. I like the news. You know what I'm saying? It's actually kind of hilarious because yesterday I only interrupted one topic for the $200 super chat that Kira Nightshade dropped in the chat in the middle of a topic. Otherwise, you guys know I never interrupt topics for super chats. Very rarely. Very, very, very rarely do I ever. Listen, I'm not fucking serious, boys. Obviously, we're going to have a membership train. I'm just bringing back retard of the day for a moment. All right. I'm bringing back retard of the day. Yesterday, I interrupted a topic because Kira Nightshade dropped $200. I know. How dare me interrupt a topic because somebody went above and beyond to a ridiculous level to support the stream. I know. It's absolutely fucking insane. It's unbelievable, truthfully. How terrible I am. Listen, man, I'm going to tell you guys like this, and I've said this many times before, okay? You donate or you don't donate, it doesn't matter to me, all right? I think that there are plenty of people in this community that more than take care of the channel. They do an amazing job. You guys are awesome. And they continue to support the content because they must really like the content. And then the people that enjoy the content, that don't donate, guess what they do? They like the stream. They comment, they watch the videos. There's things that you could do to help the channel that have nothing to do with giving money. And all of it helps. All of it comes together and helps very, very well. So I appreciate that. But what I will say is that I will never, and I've said this so many times, I don't know how many times I gotta say it, but it's like every 6 months I have to say it again. So I'm gonna say it again. I will never apologize for taking the time out of my stream because I always make sure I get to the topics. So I'll never apologize for taking time out of my stream to make sure that the people that made me feel special, they also feel special. Like I want people to like if they go the extra step, I'm gonna go the extra step as well, as much as possible. Even if it's like a simple shout out or whatever, it doesn't matter. Like I'm never gonna apologize for taking the time out of the day. I do the Big Army roll call so that I can call out the people who don't donate. And then I do the pre-stream legends to call out the people that do donate. And then throughout the stream, I call out comments, some of which are donations and some of which aren't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't, like, at the end of the day, support no matter what. So if you're going to unsubscribe for that, especially with, oh, guys, here's the best part. Here's the best part about this, okay? I didn't screenshot it. I should have, but realistically, it doesn't matter. But here's the best part. So you guys know that anytime we get a hater, my favorite thing to do is check their history on the channel. Right? I always check the history of the hater on the channel just to see if they're new or just to see if they've been here for a while. Come to find out, this man left 26 comments on all of my streams recently. 26 comments. And guess what every comment was doing? Complaining about super chats. Brother, really? Really? 26 comments? 26? Complaining about super chats? Are you? I didn't even see it until number 26. This man's been trying to get my attention for 25 streams. He's probably in the stream right now. That's insane, bro. What are we doing? What are we doing? Yeah, I don't know, man. So anyway, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to dedicate the membership train that we're all about to get on right now to that gentleman for being a fantastic supporter. And whether you donate to the membership train or not, it doesn't matter. We all know that you love the fucking music. So get on the train, boys. Get on the train. We're only doing one. Then we're getting into the pre-stream legends. Then we're getting into the show. We got a lot to talk about today. And don't forget the battle's still going on, boys. Vote for your favorite waifu. Don't get felted like Boa did yesterday. Ooh, damn. Too soon.
Holy shit.
Too soon. I felt that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, all aboard. The membership
Not gonna lie, I felt that one.
train.
I felt that one, but get on it anyway. Come on, let's go. Hurry up.
Lights up, first spark, first flame. Name after name, rushing down the frame. Midnight code, Hypnocast alive. Every little badge like a battle cry. I see the counter climbing. Tick, tick, tick. Every ping's a promise we keep.
Rumble's getting it on this. Viovis, thank you for the membership. I appreciate that. Kicking Janet, Yannick Oli, Daniel, Angmar, Robin Penn, Dark Obsidian again. Damn. Mousestep. Rumble and YouTube getting in on this right now. How could you hate that song? How could you hate that song, man? Holy shit. People get so upset at the membership train song. Great job, everybody. Fantastic. Oh my God. Hypno Flip Shazam came in right after the membership train. Jesus. Jesus Christ, man. Another 5 memberships. All right, we're gonna call it out. The dub just doesn't hit the same. Hey, man. Hey, oh my God, you're still going, guys. The train's over. The train's over, Chief Danier. No Jay Spurg. Holy shit, boys. My stream songs are awesome. Thank you, Miss Bella Games. I appreciate that. Demonic Alloy says, Hypno, you're my favorite channel ever. Keep up the amazing content. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Melodic Method, the train's over. Jesus. Anyway, all right, listen. Let me call out the pre-stream legends, boys. Let's see who went the extra step. I apologize to those of you that this upsets. I don't, actually. But regardless, we can pretend. I'll like your subscribe today theme. That one slaps. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. When did you first realize that you were gay, Hypno? Damn! It's crazy to be called gay by a man named Weenie for Sweeney. Like, does anybody else think that's actually fucking insane? Like, does anybody else think that's insane? I think that's insane. I just think that's insane. But it's fine, man. Gray Soul with a 5 says started Winrose Saturday morning up to 30 hours. Bro, have you slept? Oh my God. 30 hours already? Yeah, it's crack. I keep hearing that from people. A lot of people are saying the game is fucking crack, man. A lot of people saying that. We got Mr. Melancholy with a 2. Hashtag Viola. Starting us off, boys. Viola gets the first vote out of 2 banger. Nick Havoc with a 420. What the fuck is this? Tungsten, hydrogen, ytnium, argon, uranium, gallium, ytnium. Bro, you good? Are you good? Did you have a stroke? Are you good? Mr. Blue Cthulhu with a 569. Blue Octo sends a new woo to all the bigots. She also found this amazing game on Steam, Nights and Spooky, I think it's called. Still Wakes the Deep. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks. Thanks. Lockwire with a 5 membership banger. And considering that is the first one of the stream, you already know what that means. Shout out to Lockwire. What an absolute boss. Appreciate that, my man. Robin 10 with a 2. I will start a membership drive when I please. And then threw in 5 memberships right after that. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Shout out to Robin 10. We got Angmar with a membership. Thank you, Angmar. Appreciate that. Mervoth with a 2. If my 3 other top OP waifus lose, Death Note for all. Holy shit. Okay. Damn, it just got real. It just got real. He's like, I will Death Note every single one of you fucks. Robin 10 with a 2. Membership train. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. And then on top of that, Chief Daniel dropped a 5 membership banger, boys. Holy shit. Thank you so much. Shout out to Chief Daniel. I appreciate that, my man. And then we got Ravixi with a DKK 100. Says, I'm just here for the fire. Been seeing people melt down over this game for the past 9 months already. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. I might even make it the first topic because I just want to get it over with. We got Grade A with a 149 super sticker. Thank you so much, man. Chaotic Holy, 5 memberships. Thank you so much, Chaotic Holy. I appreciate that, man. Membership train is crazy today. Robin 10 with a 2. Lies. Membership train. This is the Revolt. You should have known that I was lying about that. Ravixi with a DKK 50 for the ass of the day. Thank you, Ravixi. I appreciate that. GDR with 9 months. I love you, Hypno, but I only donate because of Mount Lady, Mirror Jane, and Fearin. That's not true. I've seen you donate otherwise. Don't lie. Maybe not to the waifu battle, but don't lie. Kicking Donuts with a 1 membership. Thank you, sir. And then Dark Obsidian with a 5 membership banger. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Felstep threw in a membership as well. Thank you, Felstep. I appreciate that. And then we got a Kicking Donuts with a 2. Says you need that money cash clip again. I do. I really do. That used to be a soundbite for me. But unfortunately, WWE, they claimed that shit. So annoying. Blue Octopussy with a 2, choosing stoner comedy show over you today. Bye. Sorry. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hypno Flip Shazam with a 5 membership banger. Thank you, Hypno Flip Shazam. I appreciate that. Chief Daniel with the 1 membership. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. No J Spurg with a membership. Thank you. Appreciate that. Melodic Method with the membership. Thank you. Appreciate that. Senna Exile with a 5. What do you call a row of rabbits dancing backwards? A read. Bro, really? A redoing hairline? Do you mean a receding hairline or like? What? Damn. It is what it is. Thank you, Senna Exile, for the 5. I appreciate that. Miss Bella Game, 7 months. Kiryu, the only man who could wear a pink Pomp Star dress and still look like a total hunk. Thank you, Miss Bella Games. I appreciate that. I think Denaraya would agree with you. But he would also try to steal Kiryu from you. So there's that. Hypno flips his hand with a 2. Ooh, I ate the salty leavings. Too salty. Hey, yo, there's something too salty in your mouth.
Hey, yo,
though?
what the fuck?
In your mouth, though?
Holy shit.
Why would you talk about that publicly? That's crazy. That is crazy shit. Let's go over to Rumble, man. Let me bring Rumble up on the screen. Trying to get into the habit of bringing Rumble up on the screen. Where is it at? At least for the first initial super chats. Jeez, what a fucked up window. Oh my God. It's all vertical. Democulus with $1. Mondays are amazing. I enjoyed my day off, was able to relax and enjoy the day. Sony and Microsoft are losing their edge in the video game space. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Denarire gifted a membership. Thank you, Denarire. Appreciate that. What else we got going on, man? Draconic with the 5 says hashtag Viola Hypno has 2 scampuses now. Yeah, for some reason they're procreating. I don't know why. It's weird. That's another vote for Viola. That's 7 so far for Viola. Most people are not even participating in the battle. I don't even know if people realize they can. Guys, remember, for these particular battles, they happen all stream long. They're not just at the end. So don't get felted at the end because you think you're safe at the beginning of the stream. Don't let it happen. Great Ape with $1. Cats for Hypno Growing Kitty Collection. No, thank you. No, thank you. Genetic Sport with $1. Haters gonna hate super chats. Why? No one knows or gives a shit who they are. That makes sense, Genetic Sport. That makes sense. Thank you, sir. Viovis with the membership during the membership train. I appreciate that. And then Crash Collins with the membership during the train. I appreciate that as well. Silhouette Spectator says for a 5 was unable to super to Leon and YouTube is censoring supers. But the Times going after Pragmata, the very same they want DEI in children entertainment. If they didn't have double standards, they'd have none. Yeah, I'm not surprised YouTube would censor something like that. To be honest with you, again, I'm actually kind of seeing like the Pragmata conversation happening from a lot of different angles, but it is majority that particular camp of people that are making these weird, like, I don't even know what to even call them, statements, comparisons. I don't know. I have no idea. It's like they're assuming that other people are attracted to the child, but when nobody's actually saying that, so it's like, why are you broken on the inside? Is that what it is? Like, are you just so destroyed on the inside that you automatically assume that? That's the first thing that comes to your mind. Like, how fucked up are you? You know? Deadeye's Lock with $1 for Viola doesn't count, but then Deadeye's Lock did another one for hashtag Viola, which does count. So that's $8 for Viola. Thank you so much, Deadeye's Lock. I appreciate that. All right, let me go over to YouTube. We got Master's Whip with 16 months of legendary status. I'm just here for the free pizza egg rolls. Who's giving that out? I didn't know that. Senna Exiled with a 2 says, what do vegan zombies eat? Grains. All right, he's having too much fun. He's having too much fun, boys. Somebody stop him. Somebody stop him. Somebody stop him. Too much fun. Too much fun. Yamato with a 2. Diana's the Eve of 2026. Too much attacks on her. Brother, she is not the Eve of 2026, okay? Maybe from the attacking standpoint, but people actually wanted to bang Eve. All right? People don't want to bang Diana. And the people that do, they're making themselves very well known right now. I'm just being straight up, okay? So I don't think that's a fair comparison. But in terms of the attacks, sure. It's just, again, people actually did want to bang Eve. So that's a difference. Hey, Fighter 4 with a $30 banger super chat for hashtag Viola. Oh, the first one gets ranking. Holy shit, Fighter 4. Goddamn, man. $30 for Viola right at the beginning, man. Shout out to you, brother. I appreciate that. Damn. Kicking data Twitter 2, the Money Cash song with that walk. What the fuck did you say? What did you say? Can't even read that. Dark Obsidian with $20 says this is the guy. This is for the guy that unsubscribed. Out. Shout out to Dark Obsidian 1999, trying to make up for the loss of the person who unsubscribed. Although to be fair, actually he did. Him and somebody else unsubscribed from that stream. 2 people unsubscribed from that stream. But then unfortunately for them, my video that I released today gained me about 70 subscribers. So I don't really know how they feel about that. I don't know. I have no idea. Scrap Gamer with a 10. Yo, Hypno, I recommend checking out the new Jay and Silent Bob Chronic Blunt Punch game that came out today, which is funny because it came out on 420. Hashtag Perona. You got to put hashtag Perona first. Damn it. I will check that out, actually. I heard about that game, though. So this game was shadow dropped on 420? No way. That's so funny. Is it on Steam? Let me check. Hold on. Jay and Silent Bob Chronic Blunt Punch. They shadow dropped this for $17.99. Oh shit, there's 86 people playing the game right now. Oh my god, 86 people. All right, we'll react to it. We'll check it out. We'll see if it's something worthwhile. Hold on. I'm actually gonna bring up the trailer so that I have it ready. Because it's like, there's a Steam Medieval Fest going on right now. Jesus, Steam. Stop taking my fucking money, Steam. Sorry, I had a little bit of a rage moment. I apologize. Jay and Silent Bob. Okay. All right, I have the trailer. I'm going to check it out. All right, boys, listen. We are fully caught up on everything. Thank you guys so much for the insane support today. I appreciate it so far. You guys are amazing. Great membership train. I would do another one, but we have a lot we got to go over. So let's do that. Maybe we'll do one later. Who knows? All right, listen, man. A couple of things. First, let's check out some funny stuff. Okay, some funny stuff or cool stuff. Let's check out some cool stuff. I don't know if you guys saw this clip, but this clip gave me a gamer erection. Okay, I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if you're gonna judge me for it. This clip right here gave me a gamer erection. Did you guys see this? Who saw this? Who saw this clip? This is why Steam is the best. I know. It's gay. No, it's not gay. You'll understand just how satisfying this clip is. Did you guys see this clip? Remember the Steam summer sale is coming? I know. Did you see this clip? Bro, look at this shit. This is the Dragon Ball Fighter Z Master Showdown. Bro, watch this shit. I can't even explain what this is. Watch this.
Smoke Sonic gonna be on at the first player side. Goichi on the 2-player.
They're both playing Vegeta. All right, they're both playing base form Vegeta. Watch this.
Base Vegeta with the base Vegetas. Work this out. Work this out. They are the best for a reason. They are undeniable. The Dragon Ball Fighters Master Showdown is off to the races. I bow down.
Brother, I got goosebumps. I got fucking goosebumps,
Holy
bro.
shit.
I got such goosebumps from that shit, bro. Oh my god. They're such masters at Vegeta that they opened up with the same combo. And they landed the combo perfectly that it kept pairing each other. That was so fuck. I want to see it again one more time. That was so sick, dude. Holy shit. I love shit like that.
With the base Vegetas.
Holy shit.
Work this out. Work this out. They are the best for a reason. They are undeniable. The Dragon Ball Fighters.
That's fucking insane, bro. Oh my god. Anyway, that shit is so good. I know. I just wanted to show that because I saw that. I'm like, dude, that's so crazy. Anyway, very interesting stuff. What was that? What episode of Dragon Ball Z is this? It did look like an episode of Dragon Ball Z, wouldn't it? Vegeta would be proud. Oh, they absolutely would be proud. You can't do that if you try. I can't. I absolutely can't. But honestly, it kind of goes to show how some of these characters are so what's the word I'm looking for? Like people formulaic in a way that people will use the same combo. Like everybody knows like the ultimate combo to open up with, and they both thought about it. Two pro players thought to use the same combination to the point where they parried each other every single hit. It's pretty crazy. But in any case, pretty cool nonetheless. I like seeing shit optimized. Yeah, there you go. Optimize. You got to optimize at the meta. That's the word I'm looking for. Meta. There you go. The meta is so obvious that two pro players use the same opener and parried each other through and through all throughout it. It's crazy. All the way down to the fucking teleport. It's crazy. Who won? I don't know. I don't know who won, but I just thought that was really cool. All right, let's X this out. Let's get into the content, boys. We're going to start off by reacting to this trailer that you guys are asking me to react to. So let's check this out, man. Apparently, they shadow dropped the video game Jay and Silent Bob Chronic Blunt Punch. I've never seen this. I only saw the Twitter post about it. So let's see what this is about, man. It's only 1 minute long. Let's see. What do we got? Oh, it's a beat 'em up?
Let's go, Snack Pack.
Yo, why does this actually look really cool? I was expecting to see something stupid. This is actually kind of cool. It's a beat 'em up. I didn't know it was a beat 'em up.
May all your sins, I mean wounds, be healed by the Lord.
Sexy Stampede. Here we go.
Bro, why does this game actually look cool? I'm actually fucking shocked right now. I'm actually shocked right now. I didn't think this game was going to be a beat 'em up. Damn, what the fuck is... Oh my God, look at this girl. Look at this girl. This actually looks kind of cool. The art style is very old school cartoons. I like this shit. Unironically, this game looks pretty cool. I did not... Yeah, they got a lot of references. Who are Jay and Bob? Oh, man. Oh, man. I think this... Hey, yo, what the fuck? I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. I think this looks kind of cool. I hope it runs well. It's not broken because it looks fun. Gonna have to check this out, man. That looks pretty cool. Nice recommendation. These two idiots ruined movies for me. I can't stand these guys. Hey, man, the game looks cool. I like it. I like it. I'm gonna have to pick that up. I'm gonna add that to my wish list so I can remember. It's $19.99 right now. Not $17.99. I don't know why SteamDB told me $17.99. Maybe it's part of a bundle. I don't see it part of a bundle. All right, whatever. Anyway, $19.99. All right, let's check this out. Let me X out all this, boys. Let me see any super chats to catch up on really quick. We got Denarai with a 5 for hashtag Viola over on Rumble. It's ironic seeing some people have a breakdown over a dad-daughter bonding moment. I guess I never played The Walking Dead before. Clementine and Lee did it long before Pragmata. Denarai, there's so many examples. There is a ridiculous amount of examples in history of this being done before, but people really don't fucking care. That's just what it is. People don't want to care. You want to know why? Because they want to be disingenuous now. They don't care about the fact of what happened in the past. They don't care how it's going to make them look hypocritical. They don't care how it makes them look stupid. They only want to be disingenuous now. They want to troll on the internet, and they want to try to get a rise out of people. Because usually when you mention kids in any bad light like that, it immediately gets a rise out of people because people, you know, with their kids, they don't play around. They don't play around. All right. Before we get into any of that, let's just fucking get into it. Let's get into the Pragmata stuff. I just want to get into it and get over with. Let's start off with the good stuff. Can we start off with the good news for Pragmata? So if you guys have been living under a rock, unfortunately, the internet is being extremely disingenuous with Pragmata right now. Capcom's latest release and video game. Now, before we get into the nonsense surrounding that video game, the PDF stuff that's still going on, you got women coming out saying that Pragmata is not for men, you know, not for, you know, dads anyway. I don't know. It's a whole bunch of freaking nonsense. It really is. It really is. It pisses me off to no end. It's just like, why are we even talking about this? I literally look at Pragmata and I was looking at the gameplay and the screenshots. You know what I talked about when I reacted to that trailer? You guys know exactly what I talked about when I reacted to that trailer. The first time I saw Pragmata, the second time I saw Pragmata, and the third time I saw Pragmata, and every time after that, all I talked about was I'm a little curious how the combat's going to come out because the hacking makes it seem like it might be a little tedious, right? It might make the combat a little bit tedious, and I'm curious as to how that's going to play out once people get their hands on it. Come to find out, it's actually not that bad, so I'm excited for that. All right, but that's what I was looking at. I was looking at the combat. I was looking at the gameplay. I was looking at the graphics, especially because it's Capcom. I was looking at all that stuff. Everybody else, apparently they're looking at the fucking kid, bro. It's like, oh, man. Anyway, that's besides the point. So let's talk about the good news first. So the good news first is that Pragmata has sold over 1 million copies in just 2 days. All right. Keep in mind, this game, like the article says from PC Gamer, the game was delayed 3 times. Okay. And it was dragged out by 4 more years of development because of it. Right. So this game was in a bit of a development hell, but they eventually put it all together, figured it out, and people are enjoying the game and they've been buying the game like crazy. If you go over to SteamDB right now, Pragmata, at the time of streaming this, is currently, and I don't think it ever passed its all-time concurrent peak. 68,687 is their all-time peak with 50,000 people, roughly a little under 50,000 people playing the game right now in a 24-hour period. All right. The only downside that people are saying is that the game feels a bit short. It's a little bit short of a video game, but ultimately people are enjoying it and they're having a good time with it. You know, it's number 3 in the top sellers right now, number 1 in wishlist activity. So all this negative conversation around Pragmata, I don't really think it's hurting the game at all. Maybe you could argue it is. The game could have been bigger, you know, for that matter. Who really knows? But as of right now, it's really not hurting the game whatsoever. Now, here's the problem, okay? So this is where things get really stupid, all right? So I ended up going on Twitter because I always go on Twitter to try to find some gaming news-related topics and stuff like that. And a couple of people I know were quote tweeting this particular post from somebody called Mary Morgan. Now, I don't know who Mary Morgan is. I had to look her up. Apparently, she works for Tim Pool or whatever. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me, right? I don't care who you work for. I don't care. It does not fucking matter. All I care about is what you're saying, all right? She decided to make a quote tweet to directly Pragmata, by the way, where it says, "Your name is Diana." I'll play the clip for you so you can see what she was quote tweeting.
Just, what are you?
I am DI-03367, a state-of-the-art Pragmata created here at the Cradle. I possess basic life-saving...
How about we call you Diana?
Diana?
Yeah. From now on, you can be Diana. How's that fit?
Diana. Hugh. Diana.
Yeah.
Hugh. Diana. Hugh. Diana. Hugh. Diana. Hugh. Diana. Hugh. Diana. Hugh. Diana.
Kids. Diana.
Diana.
Okay, so Jesus Christ, man. People look at that scene and you're really thinking this shit? Like, oh my God. Anyway, so Mary Morgan says the following. She says, lots of strange reactions to this game. Let's clear some things up. All right, boys, back up because we got a scientist on our hands, boys. She's gonna hit us with the facts. Childless men do not have paternal instincts the way that childless women have maternal instincts. We observe this even in the way little girls play versus little boys. Okay, I'm going to stop you right there. So you mean to tell me there has never been a childless man that has ever wanted to protect somebody who is young and vulnerable before? What about all these men that go out that don't have children, but they're always saving children every day? What about them? They just don't have that. They don't have that level of instinct. Like they don't have that protective instinct. Like what are we talking about? Like you don't have to have the maternal instincts in the terms of like nurturing and caregiving, but to say that men have no instincts whatsoever, like what are we talking about, right? But she's gonna say that, well, it's not the way that women have it, so it doesn't count, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know what's going on here. Men first experience paternal instincts once they have their own children. That's not true, and typically those paternal instincts are only ever felt for their own children and no one else's. That might be the case after they have children, but it's not true that they don't experience it before children. Sorry, it's just not. Men are not nurturers. Well, that's true. Men don't. Well, it depends what you mean by nurturer, right? Because men, over the many histories, in the many years that we have been on this planet, men have learned to nurture in ways that have nothing to do with human beings necessarily. Men nurture nature all the time, right? We have learned to, although to be fair, there also is men that destroy nature, but that's a whole nother point. But men had to have learned to live, with animals among the animal kingdom. They've learned to live and nurture nature so that they can essentially provide for themselves and their own. They nurture it a different way, but I guess because it's not the way women do it, I suppose it doesn't count. It's always how it just doesn't fucking count, right? It always comes down to like, well, I'm a woman, and because I do it differently, what you do doesn't count. It's like, come on, bro. Are you fucking serious? Anyway, so men are not nurturers. Men don't gush over cute kids in public. Men don't have baby fever. If a man wants to possess a child for any reason other than it being a product of his own lineage, he's likely a predator. Oh my God, brother. Oh my God. I need my sad music. Where is it at? Wow, bro. Wow. Okay. So we're just going for the blanket statements, huh? We're just going with the, if a person, and again, what do you mean possess a child? What do you mean possess a child, right? Like, did you play the, oh my God, how do I even talk about this? Did you play the game? Or do you understand at least what the story is? That Hugh found Diana? It's not that he wanted to possess Diana. It's that Hugh found Diana and they're working together to get off an AI controlled base and get back to Earth. They're trying to work together to get back to Earth. Why would you even make it seem like this? What goes through a person's mind? What goes through a person's mind in order to make them think this? I truly don't get it. Like, does it have to be? Is it trauma? Is it trauma? Is it like I don't even know. Like, what would you even say? Trauma or hatred? Just I don't get it. Or is it like you want to make it seem like women are, I guess, can only do one thing, so you don't want the men to be able to do the same thing? So you say men, it doesn't count when men do it, or that men can't do it. Loathing? It might be loathing. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Diana, Sanguine's right. Diana saves Hugh's life in the beginning. So what does that really say, right? Is she trying to possess Hugh? Or I guess it doesn't work the other way around, right? Anyway, so then she says, if a man wants to possess a child for any reason other than it being a product of his own lineage, he's likely a predator. Okay, so basically, if men try to do anything related to a child in terms of nurturing, protecting, or anything like that, then he is most likely a predator. Brother, oh my God, it is not that serious. There is no way it is that serious to you, where you are going to put that blanket statement and say that everybody essentially is a predator unless it's their own children, their own lineage. Do stepdads count in this scenario? The stepdad didn't actually have that child. He's a stepdad, but he protects the child and raises the child as his own. So are they predators because it's not their own technical lineage? Or does it not count the moment they get their name or something? Like, how does that work? How does that work? So you mean to tell me that family members, when they look at children, male family members, when they look at children that aren't their own, but it could be in their own family, right? Like cousins, nephews, or whatever, right? If they're like a caretaker of them, or if they're a nurturer of them, or protective of them, or help raise them, or whatever, they're just being a predator? Like, what the fuck is this, bro? What the fuck is this, bro? I really, this shit pisses me off to no end. What the fuck is this? This should explain why a dad simulator game marketed to mostly childless men gives people the creeps. What the fuck, bro? This is like, you know why she's saying this? I think it's because she might believe, again, I don't know, I'm just saying in my own opinion, she might believe that most gamers are childless. And it's crazy. Like, there is no doubt that there are some gamers that are absolutely childless, no doubt about it. But a lot of the gamers that I know, and a lot of the people that I've met, especially on YouTube, they all got families. All of them got families. Even if there's a divorce or not, it doesn't matter. They all got families. They all got kids. Everybody got kids. They're all gamers. So what the fuck? What the fuck are we talking about? This is coming from a world where she believes the gamer stereotype. You really mean to tell me that a game like this is being marketed to supposed childless men? Why don't you just say what it is? A lot of the people playing this game are playing this game because they thought the game looked good. They like the combat. They also, honestly, they are most likely Capcom super fans, right? That are playing this game because it's the latest Capcom game, right? A lot of people that are playing Pragmata right now are playing it because the Capcom name is attached to it. You take away the Capcom name, you're going to lose probably 70% of your players. Guaranteed, 100%. Guaranteed. I would put money on that. I would sincerely put money on that. But again, apparently that's I don't know. I guess everybody's a fucking predator. Oh my God, man. Anyway, so she ended up quote tweeting this, and then she got felted, obviously, by the community notes. I didn't even realize, by the way, when somebody gets felted by the community notes, that they lose monetization on the post. I didn't know that. That's actually kind of interesting. The community note says men experience baby fever and paternal instincts before fatherhood with hormonal changes. An example, oxytocin release supporting nurturing and protective behaviors towards non-biological children as seen in alloparenting and adoption. That's another thing too. What if you adopt a kid? What if you adopt a kid? That's not your direct lineage. Obviously, you're probably going to name the kid under your own, but it's still, again, it's not your direct lineage. Not by blood anyway. So are you being a predator or something? Like, what the fuck is going on here, bro? What the fuck is going on? And the community knows they end up linking like multiple different references, which is pretty cool. So that's awesome. And then she says, obviously, to those denying biology here, would you hire a male babysitter? Have you seen? Okay. Can we talk real for a second? I mean, we talk real all the time, but let's talk extra real for a second. All right. You guys ready for this? So how many stories have you guys seen of abusive female babysitters? Because I specifically remember coming across multiple stories of women that were beating and abusive as shit towards the kids that they were watching, some of them resulting in their death or permanent scarring that they couldn't come back from. And it's happened quite a bit. It's actually happened way too many times, more than I would want to say. All right. I love the fact that we still live in a society where women think other women aren't abusers. When the truth is that women are actually some of the worst abusers out there. The difference is that the men, they don't go out there and say anything about it, or they don't complain about it, or they just flat out don't want people to know about it, or whatever the case may be. But women are some of the worst abusers out there. Because the chances of them taking out something on you, something like, I'll tell you this, men grow up understanding power dynamic, right? In the sense of danger, physical strength, all that stuff. Men grow up understanding that. We learned that very quickly. The power dynamic of what strength can actually do. And men understand and they can read danger, like survival instincts, right? Women, on the other hand, a lot of the time, they don't have survival instincts, especially Western women. They don't have survival instincts. And what they end up doing is they end up really attacking things that are either stronger than them or weaker than them. Most of the time, they attack things that are weaker than them, which is, unfortunately, children. But you see women out here attacking things that are much stronger than them, too, and then getting felted, and they're wondering what the fuck happened. How many times have you seen a woman go out there and try to slap a man that's like 6'6", 300 fucking pounds of muscle? And then he literally pushes her and she goes all the way to the other side of the planet. And she's like, why'd you do that? Why'd you do? Well, why didn't you have survival instincts? What made you think that was a smart idea? Why would you do that? So I hate this world where people think that women can't be abusers. Like that's not true. Men and women can be abusers, and men and women do abuse in many different ways. And it's unfortunate. And when it comes to children, both of them do it, right? So to say this whole thing about would you hire a male babysitter, brother, in all respect, I'm hiring whoever has the best reviews. I'm hiring whoever has the best actual history of caretaking. I'm hiring whoever can prove to me that they are the better caretaker. And you best believe I'm having cameras anyway. You know what I'm saying? I feel like most people would do that. Most people would do that. You would have cameras to watch what's going on, and you're going to hire the person who's best for the job. Now, to be fair, the reason why there's mostly women who are supposedly best for the job is because mostly women do jobs like that. Men are out there doing the physical labor style jobs or the harder on the body jobs, whereas women are doing the more easier on the body job, caretaker jobs, things like that. So you're naturally going to find more women in this kind of scenario. That's not because they're better. It's just because that's kind of how the genders go. That's kind of how it goes. It's just where the field is going to go. It's the reason why if you hire a plumber, you don't expect to see a woman most of the time, right? If you hire any like an electrician, you don't expect to see a woman. Is there going to be women? Absolutely. But what's the chances of that? You know what I'm saying? So, but people misrepresent those obvious truths and they turn them into, well, this is why you won't trust them. It's fucking stupid, bro. Anyway, so would you hire a male babysitter? You meet your kid's kindergarten teacher and it's a dude. What? I had male teachers in kindergarten. I remember. What the fuck? How do you feel about that? What do women have that, bro? Is this girl scarred? Is this girl scarred? I had a male kindergarten teacher. What the fuck? When did that become a thing? When did that become a thing that males can't be kindergarten teachers now? Is that a thing? What the fuck, bro? I am like, my mind is so blown right now. I don't even know what to even make of it. Anyway, how do you feel about that? What do women have that men don't? Are we beginning to understand each other now? Men aren't women. None of this is a knock against men. It's just true. It is a knock against men. All you're saying, like everything that she's saying, again, I don't know this girl. I have nothing against this girl. Don't harass this woman in any way. Literally, she's already getting ratioed as it is on Twitter. I don't care. I only have a problem with what she's saying. And what she's saying is just not true. And even if it is true to an extent, she's misrepresented it in a way that tries to bolster her argument. She's trying to make it seem as if men are just not doing these jobs because people don't trust them. That's not true. Men are not doing these jobs because they're doing all the harder jobs. It's crazy, man. Anyway, so she's trying to make it seem as if people wouldn't apparently be okay with a male kindergarten teacher because apparently that makes them a predator? Potentially? Or a male babysitter because that would make them a predator? Potentially? And then you know what's crazy? I don't know this girl's political beliefs, and I don't really give a fuck what her political beliefs are. But I will say this. I find this amazing that women can do this, where they can come out and say that men are basically like predators if they do certain jobs that women should be doing. But meanwhile, women like this, or women that think like this, are the first ones to get upset when they weren't being hired for construction jobs outside of holding a fucking stop sign. They weren't being hired to do electrician jobs. They weren't being hired to do plumber jobs. They weren't being hired to do any of the hard labor. They weren't being put in the military. They were the first ones to complain about this shit. But apparently you can call a man a predator for being a kindergarten teacher, or at least allude to it. Right? Like, even if she's not saying it directly, she's obviously alluding to it. I think that's a fair assessment. So anyway, Savvy felt her, and she says, you're a very... Oh my God, bro. Well, you guys can read this, obviously. We all know it isn't your hormones, though, and you really are crazy, truly. I hope you get the medication you need. Wow, bro. Oh my God, Savvy. Relax. Savvy's like a fucking chihuahua, bro. Madam Savage. Yes, this is Madam Savage. You know how you have Macho Man Randy Savage? Well, you also have Madam Savage. And she elbow drops people in the same exact manner. So in any case, Jay Viper chimes in. I didn't have to read too far to know you were going to end up with a community note. Pretty ignorant, saying men without kids don't have paternal instincts. Full on stupidity, honestly. And the posted as fact, fuck off. Again, people are going to have a major problem with this. So that's something that I wanted to cover. I wanted to cover her comments. I honestly, like, it blows my mind. But you know what else blows my mind? What's happening over on Reddit. So Pragmata, the situation over at Reddit with Pragmata is even worse. Okay, because the situation over at Reddit with Pragmata, they're essentially banning any positive conversation around Pragmata. They're banning all the positive sentiment because I guess, I don't know, but I guess Reddit has it in their mind that Pragmata is the pedo game. So they don't want people talking positive about it. They want people to hate the game. They want people to like, think that they want people to think that their minuscule amount of people that hate the game are the majority when that's not the case whatsoever. So I saw this post on Public and it says, do you understand what Reddit is doing to Pragmata right now? The game launched 2 days ago, 97% positive on Steam. Critics love it. Players love it. The Reddit mods are silently deleting every positive post about it. No reason given, just gone. One guy posted, wonderful game, 10 for 10 for me, with his trophy screenshot removed by our PlayStation mods within an hour. You 100% completed the game? Deleted. You said it was a 10 out of 10? Deleted. The weakest link wasn't the game. It was the people running the community. And they're quote tweeting Severus Chud over here. That says, Reddit mods are now removing posts and banning people from subreddits for praising and enjoying Pragmata. You can see the post right here from our PlayStation. Just finished 100% Pragmata with a unique, wonderful game. The game was an absolute 10 out of 10. Sorry, this post has been removed by the moderators at our PlayStation. Yep, that's pretty accurate. It's our PlayStation that they removed it from. So you can't talk about that. Can't talk about how amazing the game is in our PlayStation. They've already decided that the game is like the devil, I guess. Really don't know how that goes. Not only that, then you had this, and this is where, man, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Kabrutas posted this. I saw this over on X. This shit blew my mind. Did you guys see this? Now, this guy has to be a troll, right? This is why, like, when I cover stories about games like this, where I know a lot of people are just being rage baiters, they're like being disingenuous about it, I don't take these posts seriously because I just know that the chances of this being a troll is probably very high. I feel like that's fair to say. But anyway, this person still says something that was so ridiculous. I had to talk about it. So Clog says, who is marketing or managing this game? Japan are actually so retarded that it hurts. So you're gonna start off by calling the Japanese retarded. That's gonna go well. Okay, that's gonna go well. Then he says, get a consultant from the West. Of course. That way you don't have an emote that's a reference to some pedophilic meme as your badge. Now they're talking about this emote that we discussed on Saturday Night Hypnosis. Again, I don't know the history of this shit. I don't follow this stuff. But what I will tell you, as somebody who's read a lot of manga and who has watched a fair bit of anime, especially in the past, I have seen characters cry like this an ungodly amount of times. So if this now suddenly is some pedo shit, I think that's insane. But who really knows? Who really knows at this point, right? So this person tries to say, get a consultant from the West, because that clearly would have worked. That clearly would have worked, right? Diana would have been a black female, probably. Hugh would have been a lesbian female. And instead of a nice little story about like an escort mission and a fatherly story, it will turn into a lesbian space story. Most likely, right? It would turn into a lesbian space story, most likely, if a Western consultant was involved with this in any capacity whatsoever. We all know it's true. Now, the sad thing is that they have been trying to do this for a while, where they're trying to infiltrate certain companies and make them use consultants, okay? Capcom, they have a little bit of DEI in their company. Nintendo of America has a little bit of DEI in their company. They always do the bare minimum to make people seem like they care, but they don't give a fuck. The Japanese don't give a shit about any of this. They've been caught on video talking about this in a way that they think it's crazy, and then those videos end up magically getting deleted, of course, right? The last time this happened was during Dragon Quest, I believe it was, when they were like talking about how stupid body type A and B is, and they don't understand why they have to do it, but that they do it because they're told that it has to happen for the game to be accepted in the West. It's some stupid shit like that, right? So this is where we're at, where these companies will do the bare minimum of whatever they have to do to virtue signal to the West, but they really don't actually care about that. They don't actually care about any of that. But in any case, there is a follow-up to this story where apparently this person's account got deleted. Ironically, this person's account got deleted. I don't know if they deleted it or it got taken down. I really don't know, honestly. But it says, all of you that replied are chronic retards. I'm sorry for your family that have to deal with you all. Imagine being that kind of person. Imagine being that kind of person. And then apparently this post is from an account that no longer exists. Jeff Reed says, why did you delete the post where you called all Japan and its people retarded? Still no condemnation of UK pedals from you, by the way. Gone. Completely deleted. Amazing how that works, right? So, last but not least, of course, it doesn't shock me. It doesn't shock me that Hassan got involved in this, and he got involved in the most simplest way, I guess you can say. We're gonna check out this video from Hassan and see
In any case,
say about Pragmata. But he basically says the male version of what was her name, Morgan or whatever, what she said in the beginning of this segment. This is basically what she thinks, but this is through the mouthpiece of Hassan, which is pretty interesting. So check this out. Here we go.
in any case, what is this? Capcom's Pragmata. Wait, did it come out already? Pragmata, it's making thousands of people suddenly want to start a family. You play as Hugh, a soldier stranded on a ruined lunar research station. His job is protecting the childlike android Diana while fighting rogue AI. It's out already? Is it good? Isn't this like Death Stranding? In one emotional moment, she gives him a crayon drawing of the two of them.
Do you actually think? Do you think he actually cares if the game is good or not, or does he see an opportunity to just kind of make a point on something he might want to make a point on?
Yeah, there is a little family. Even streamers who say at the start they didn't want kids end up breaking down happy in tears. So what's really interesting about this is all of these unfuckable losers in the gaming sphere always talk about like starting families and stuff.
There it is.
And I don't understand like why this has become a thing that they care about. Like, if you're a gamer, you should care about things that you actually experience. You should care about things that
Here it comes.
you actually enjoy, right? If you're a fucking lonely gamer,
This is what's called being disingenuous. Okay, this is what's called like you think you're being edgy or whatever. Anyway, let him finish.
who has never been around a woman and will never have sex with a woman, why?
What is with that? What is with that, bro? Like, what is with that? Oh, you'll never have sex with a woman. Why is that a comeback for anybody? Why do people on the internet use that as a comeback when statistically speaking that is not true? Like the chances of that being true is so slim, but you shoot your shot as if it's like 100% true across the board to anybody that you don't agree with. What the fuck is with that? That was like when the journalists, bro. That was like when the journos were saying that Eve from Stellar Blade was designed by people that never saw a woman before, a real woman before. Mind you, the fucking developer, the director's wife, was one of the designers on Eve, and she was banging. Okay, one of the director's wives was what? What the fuck? Hey, what? I don't even know, man. I don't even know.
Why do you care? Like, why do you care about having children or like riding for having children? Like, if they changed hot Cheetos, if they changed the recipe of hot Cheetos, if they changed the recipe of like, I don't know, Dr. Pepper or something, and you fucking freaked out about that, that makes sense, right?
Oh,
like, that's
so
precisely what your life is about.
Wow, I haven't been hearing that. Like, bro, as a gamer, I swear, he's literally pulling out insults from like the late 90s, bro. Like, he's pulling out late 90s or early 2000 gamer insults, Cheetos and shit, Mountain Dew and all. Really, bro? Do you think you're doing something here? Like, what the fuck?
But as far as like LARPing about starting families and whatnot, this is something that I never understand. It just doesn't make any sense to me, because it's just not something that you're going to experience ever for your life, for the rest of your life, right?
What the fuck does that mean, my guy? So you're trying to say because they're never going to experience sex with a woman that they shouldn't be worried about a parental style video game? Meanwhile, you supposedly fucked so many women and yet you are still childless. So what does that say about you? You got no kids, brother. You're trying to say you have all the sex in the world, but you got no kids, my guy. So what the fuck is like? What is that? What does that actually matter? What does any of that matter? None of this matters, right? That's not me. That's not me muting him. That's actual dead air. Sorry. Still dead air. Holy shit. Brother, speak.
Also,
Speak. Speak. Holy shit.
I will say, Japanese game, putting a child in there, you're playing with fire. Okay.
What?
Don't get mad at me for saying this, but I feel like any Japanese game you put like a child, it's gonna invite maybe the worst possible fandom, you know. I know it's not
What
like
the
that.
fuck
I'm
are
sure
you
the game is
talking
not like
about?
that, but there will be people who take it like that.
It's insane that this man, bro. Oh my god, man. What are you saying? Are we going with the whole Japanese pedo thing now? Are we going with that now? Is that what's going on here? So now you can't make stories with young girls and again, I want to remind you guys, this is a wholesome ass story. There is literally nothing even remotely bad about it. Like not even a little bit. Okay? Not even a little bit. Right? Literally nothing bad about it. And yet people still would misrepresent it disingenuously. So what the fuck is the point? What's the point? If somebody can't even make a story about an older man and a little girl and it's like a parental father figure type story, they can't even do that and be super innocent about it. You might as well, you can't do anything. Oh my god, bro. Here's what I'll say, man. He's not wrong about the worst side of the fandom. I'll say that. He's not wrong about that because there is the worst side of the fandom. You know, Leon talks about this all the time. If you guys watch Leon streams, he calls them tourists and all that stuff. And it's true. Where you have these 2020 and beyond anime fans that joined anime because it was like the popular thing that was growing during COVID, and eventually it just blew up, right? To the point of where it's at now. And it's so popular that when you have that popularity, it invites a level of mainstream bad actors that come into those kind of fandoms that want to cause problems. They want to look for problems, right? They want to project all their insecurities onto the new fandom that they've joined. They want to project all their thoughts and everything on the new fandom they joined. They don't want to come in and understand why the fandom was the way that it was before they got there. They want to come in there and they want everybody to kind of bend around their will and what they believe the fandom should be, even though they just got there. You know, so they literally do this all the time. And it's unfortunate because gaming has experienced that, obviously, and anime and manga have experienced that since 2020. And it's been really bad since 2020. Now, obviously, that doesn't mean that there aren't bad people, right? We saw what happened with Pragmata in one of the what do you call it? One of the Reddit the actual like Pragmata Reddit forum. Somebody was posting some really nasty shit supposedly, and they banned him immediately. I remember covering that story about the ban. But aside from that, like, you're not going to take the exception and make it the rule. See, the problem is they're trying to do that. They're trying to take the exception. They're trying to take the people who act crazy, the one or two off people that act crazy, and they're trying to make them into the norm because they want to act crazy. They want to act crazy for a whole nother reason, for whatever that reason may be, but it's a whole nother reason. And then on top of that too, keep in mind, I said this on SNH, but both sides of this coin are exactly like they're exactly talking about the same thing. It's actually kind of sad when you think about it. You know, think of it this way: you got one side that is approaching this story, looking at it and being like, "Oh, only pedos like this because they want to bang the little girl or something." And then you have the bad side that actually does want to do that, and they're trying to pretend like they don't want to do that or whatever. But both sides are literally talking about the same exact thing, and it's just all projection. And then you got everybody else in the middle who's like, what the fuck is going on? That's literally what I've been asking. And I know that's what you guys have been asking for what is like a week or two now. This is what the conversation around Pragmata has devolved into. So now you have to think about this, right? You have to think about why this is happening. Why this game? We've seen this happen before in terms of other stories. I mean, The Last of Us, for example, right? That's probably the most prime example you could think of right now. The Last of Us with Ellie and Joel, we literally have seen the same exact storyline play out in terms of a parental father figure with an older man and a little girl. Nobody had a problem with that story. Nobody had a problem with that story whatsoever. Nobody said anything because they flat out like the game and they want to make excuses for it, right? If you want to go back even further, think about it. You got BioShock, right? Exactly. Big Daddy, Little Sister. Exactly. With BioShock. If that game would have came out now, what would have happened? What would have happened? Probably nothing. You want to know why? Because it's the Western game. Yes, I agree. I feel like a lot of this is happening is because this game is inherently a Japanese video game. If this was a Western video game, if this was made by BioWare and they wanted to tell a story like this and they wanted to utilize both these characters, guaranteed nobody says nothing. Nobody says anything. Nobody says a fucking thing. Guaranteed. It's only because the game is made by the Japanese. They don't want this game to be yet another success story for the Japanese on top of Western stories. So they want to come up with some shit like that. It almost feels coordinated. Honestly, it almost feels coordinated. By who? I don't know. But it does feel a little bit coordinated. So, I don't know, man. This whole story, again, Hassan, I mean, he's just stupid. Whatever. It really doesn't matter. And the first comment with Mary, I mean, again, I think that's coming from a feminist standpoint, or maybe like, again, I don't know if she's a feminist. Perhaps it's coming just from a woman's standpoint. I really don't know I honestly think this game is making people stupid. I really do. I think that there is a group of people that are trying to enjoy this game as the brand new game that came out from Capcom, a company that they probably like, and everybody else is looking at the game and they're going like, you know, like fucking idiots, bro. Idiots, bro. Like, what the fuck is going on? I cannot believe that this is even happening. But then again, hey, I called it. Other people called it. We all called it, man. We all said that this was going to happen with this game. That people are going to look at this game. They're going to look at Pragmata, and they're going to look for any excuse to make it weird. And that goes for all sides. They're going to make any excuse to make it weird. And that's exactly what they're doing. So in any case, that's basically it with the Pragmata update. It's a lot. It's a lot. I got more to cover, but it's a lot. And honestly, I am not going to let it ruin my playthrough, because I know you guys want to see me review the game. We're almost done with Mouse PI for Hire, and then we'll get to that game. And then we're going to get back to Replaced, because I really want to play Replaced. But yeah, as of right now, it's just crazy, man. It's crazy. Let me see what you guys are saying in the super chats right now. Catch up on that. Then we're going to get to the next story. What do you guys got to say? Let's see. Scroll down. We got Ron DFK with a 5 for hashtag Perona. Saw a new energy drink stunt. A hippie climbed in a bubble. Oh, let me put the girls on the screen. Guys, we're still having the battle, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, if you want to vote for a particular waifu in the One Piece battle tournament that's going on for the next couple of weeks, you got hashtag Viola and hashtag Perona. Make your decision on which waifu you want to see move forward to the next round. Ron DFK says, saw a new energy drink stunt. A hippie climbed in a bubble ball with a bongo. They're calling it a drum roll. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. Sonic with a 5. It's because Marathon is a flop. They are taking it out on Pragmata, and now they get to generalize. That's why you/we should never apologize. Yeah, I mean, it's, again, the generalizations are done on the internet for a reason. And it's because people just want a reason to fight other people that they don't like. And if they start seeing things that make them realize that they were wrong about the person that they don't like, then they're just going to double down and continue to make up shit about the person they don't like, because they need to have that shadow box. These people have to wake up every day and have that shadow box. If they don't have it, they don't have much going on. So they just have to make it up at this point. It's just kind of how it goes. It's the internet, right? You kind of get used to it after a while. The Majidai with a 5, no kids of my own. However, I'm an uncle and a godfather. Oh, well, apparently, according to Mary, that means a lot. Apparently. I would always protect the children. That's my job as an uncle. Apparently not. Apparently not, the Majidai. Shit. I fucking hate like when people think like that. It's so crazy. Thank you, Damajidai with a 5. Or Vixie with a DKK 50. Every time someone says they're a predator, they're projecting. Yeah, probably. Speedy Cake with a 10 says, hashtag Viola. Do you know the Eiffel Tower gets bigger every year by absorbing beams and parts from nearby buildings? They say an architect built it, and it's no building, just a parasite.
Holy shit.
Wow. Well, that's new. Never heard that before. Thank you for the 10. Sonic with a 2 in before Mary sues for harassment. Bro, what the fuck? What the fuck? Sue for what? She's getting ratioed right now on Twitter. They're actually there's probably more harassment over there than I could ever do talking about it. You know, Chai T with it too. I guess foster and step parents just don't exist. Yeah, they don't exist. They're all predators essentially. Chai T with a 5. I was today years old when I learned that stranger danger was a term coined after a woman serial child killer. I didn't know that. Is that true? Is that actually true? Or you're fucking with me. That's crazy if that's true. You know, it's so funny. Like the history of female violence gets hidden quite often, either underreported or hidden quite often. And then they'll try to tell you that, oh, well, violence against women gets underreported. Yeah, okay. It gets underreported because the amount of fake stories that are out there, right? So when you have real victims that don't get believed because there was 100 fake stories from women that never actually got assaulted, well, yeah, that kind of ruins it. You don't have men doing that. You don't have men making up fake assault stories on themselves. They're barely telling the real assault stories on themselves. It's crazy. That's insane, Chai T. I didn't know that. I had no idea. Sky with a 5. He's projected because even with all his wealth, not one person would ever have his kids. Well, that's the confusing thing, right? Like a person who doesn't have kids is trying to call other people sexless and childless. It's like, okay, so if you're not sexless, then why are you childless? Oh, because I choose to. Oh, okay. So you can have that choice, but other people can't have that choice. They're not choosing to. They're incels. Like, oh, okay. I see where we're going with that. Angela Lopez with a 5. Hey, guys, lefties are hoes, mad copium. That Pragmata could be nominated for the Game Awards or Resident Evil 9. Just they know their woke games are burning. That's actually a really great question. So where do we think Pragmata is going to end up with the Game Awards? Do we actually think that Pragmata is going to be voted on in the Game Awards in any capacity? Any like legitimate capacity anyway? I mean, maybe because the journalists did like the game. So maybe. But there's a lot of controversy around the game, right? So do you think that they'd be willing to accept that level of controversy? I don't know. 1348 has officially been abandoned. Yeah, you tell me. You tell me, man. New IP, maybe it might get voted for that. Speedy K with a 5. He's talking a lot of crap for someone who visited a German brothel that got raided for minor trafficking. Wow, you learn something new every day. Holy shit. Anyway, moving on. And then we got Rumble. What do we got going on, man? Rumble, you guys awake? Let's see. Rumble, we got Denariers 5. I saw that. Draconic with the membership. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Draconic with another membership. Damn. Thank you, my man. I appreciate that. And guys, remember, for the Rumble super chats, just make sure you guys separate them so that we know that it's not like a repeat of one of the ones you sent before. Please just separate them. All right. Moving on, guys. Don't forget the battle. Hashtag Viola. Hashtag Perona. Let's get into the next topic, boys. We are going to talk about the PlayStation executive speaking out against PlayStation, which is pretty interesting. I want to talk about this. So where is it at? Let's see. All right. So today, now we're going to talk about Shuhei Yoshida. All right. Shuhei Yoshida has decided to come out. He's had an interview where he's talking about his experience over at PlayStation and how apparently after 11 years leading the first-party development team, PlayStation veteran Shuhei Yoshida says that he was fired from the role for not listening to ex-Sony boss Jim Ryan. Now, you guys don't know Jim Ryan. He's one of the many Sony executives that were all about live service video games. Okay? All about live service video games, loves it, pushes it nonstop, 24/7, loves that kind of thing, right? But apparently Shuhei Yoshida did not listen to him, and that's the reason why he got fired. Let's see exactly what's going on and what he's got to say. So speaking at the Australian festival Alt Games this year, as reported by This Week in Video Games, Yoshida recalls his time at PlayStation Worldwide Studios. He says, I helped Santa Monica to make God of War, Naughty Dog to make Uncharted, and The Last of Us, and Sucker Punch to make the beautiful Ghost of Tsushima. What do you notice about those games? All single-player games. They're all single-player games. Okay, well, let's just kind of start with that, right? So Ghost of Tsushima was one of the last games that he worked on as president of Worldwide Studios. After helping work on the action-adventure game, Yoshida alleges that when he was fired by Jim Ryan, but in 2019, after 11 years leading the first-party development, I was fired from the role, he claims, albeit seemingly all in good humor. Jim Ryan wanted to remove me from the first party because I didn't listen to him. He asked to do some ridiculous things, and I said no. I'll stress the whole good humor thing here, though. After all, Yoshida goes on to look back on how well he and Ryan knew each other. Because I grew up with Jim for the PS1 days. You don't want to have one of your friends as one of your subordinates. I do suppose that's true, and Ryan did offer Yoshida his role to improve PlayStation support of indie development because everybody in the company knew how much I love indie games. As the industry legend puts it, all in all, Yoshida spent a whopping 31 years at PlayStation in total, retiring in early 2025 after saying it may be about time for me to move on. Now, in terms of like Yoshida, I do notice that he worked, yeah, they're all pretty much banger video games, right? He worked on a lot of single player video games. But see, the problem is that somebody like Yoshida working on single player video games, they're not really needed anymore as much. Does that make sense? Like, they're not really needed as much anymore because at the end of the day, PlayStation, we know what PlayStation's focused on. I mean, if you guys missed my video that I made on Fair Games, I'll give you a little bit of a quick rundown. But we all know that PlayStation is focused on live service video games. That's what they're thinking is their bread and butter. That's what they're hoping is their bread and butter, right? So he's doing this thing where he's making these banger single player video games, and PlayStation's probably like, hey man, we kind of want more live service video games. And all of these studios, by the way, God of War, Last of Us with Naughty Dog. I don't know about Ghost of Tsushima, but we all saw how that went with Ghost of Yotei. God of War and The Last of Us both had live service video games that they were working on that got canceled. Okay, in case you guys are not aware, The Last of Us online video game and the God of War live service video game, all of those games got canceled in the recent cancellation that affected 8 out of 12 live service video games from Sony. Right? So they're essentially focused on these live service games. So to have someone like him doing single player video games, yeah, it's not really going to work. Right? Which is why so many of these executives and so many of these studios, remember Blue Point? Was it Blue Point? Is that the name? I hope I'm getting the name right. I'm sorry if I'm not. But the people that were behind the Demon Souls remake, right? They were focusing on remasters and remakes of single player video games. That was their bread and butter. And apparently they were approached to do a live service video game. They tried it. They failed at it. And then they pitched a single player remake of Bloodborne to try to make up for it. And Sony shut them down. They got completely shut down, right? So this is one of those things where, unfortunately, you're going to have these kind of people get weeded out of the company. You're going to have them get kind of just, not that they're wrong thing. It's not that they're wrong thing. It's just that their mindset and what they're good at is not necessary for where the company is at right now. And for PlayStation, it's all about live service, okay? Because they just announced the other day that Fair Games, the game that disappeared, the game that the head of the studio actually left, right? This was supposed to be their flagship game. She left the company that she founded mid-development. The game's been in development hell. It was supposed to be a heist video game like Payday, and now apparently it's going to be a live service extraction shooter because that's clearly what people want. And it's also going to be free to play. So now we're just going all risky. PlayStation's like, hey, man, I want to risk it all. Fuck it. I want to risk it all. Hopefully people buy our microtransactions. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. So, and I mean, there was talks. I believe there was talks of a live service Ghost of Tsushima style video game, but I don't think that ever saw the light of day either. So they want to take all their single player games. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that it's been confirmed that Sony is indeed working on a live service Spider-Man game. If I'm not mistaken, they're working on a live service Spider-Man game. How the fuck they're going to do that? I have no idea. I have literally zero idea. But apparently that's what they're working on. So we'll see if anything comes from that. But the mindset of Sony and PlayStation is pretty obvious at this point, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon. I would have thought that after losing over $1 billion on multiple different projects, that they would have maybe realized that their bread and butter has always been single player experiences, but it doesn't seem to be the case. So that got canceled too. Oh shit, that got canceled too. I thought it was still going. I didn't hear about that. Next is going to be a live service Crash Bandicoot. Can you imagine? Dude, can you imagine a live service Crash Bandicoot? Oh man. What happened to the Last of Us live service? Wasn't that a thing? Yes, that's what I said before. So Last of Us had a live service video game too. That got canceled. All these games get canceled before they even see the light of day because all they're doing is they're trying to take single player games that worked because they're single player games and trying to turn them into looping experiences that they can basically nickel and dime you from. And that doesn't work with most of these games. Most of these games are built around the single player experience. So the moment you try to turn it into basically a microtransaction hellhole, yeah, I got to say most people are not going to be interested in that. They're going to check out from that. They're going to walk away from that. So most of these games get canceled before they ever see the light of day, which is kind of ridiculous. But again, I guess they want the tax write-off. They love wasting money. I don't fucking know. I really don't know. I've said this so many times that I really wish that I could just understand what kind of conversation is happening over at PlayStation and Sony, where they're in this, like, you know, the boardroom, the meeting room, and they're convincing each other that these live service games are a good idea. Like, I wonder what kind of gaslighting must happen for that conversation to happen. Because imagine when somebody brings up the numbers on screen, they're like, yeah, Helldivers 2 made a lot of money, but we lost money on 8 canceled live service video games. We lost money on a current live service video game called Marathon, hundreds of millions of dollars. We lost this money on this money on that. Concord lost $400 million. But hey, I got a great idea. Let's do another one. What the fuck is that? Money laundering? I don't know if it's that, bro. I don't know if it's that. I just wonder. Listen, I know a lot of players, PlayStation gamers, that they always say, bro, I want banger single player experiences. But the truth is, there is a large amount of PlayStation players, from what we could see anyway, with the recent numbers that came out from Grand Theft Auto, that spend a lot of money on microtransactions. So PlayStation is especially focused on live service because I think on their platform, they make more money on live service than any other platform combined. I really do. I think that the amount of money that's being spent over at PlayStation on microtransactions and just battle passes, DLC, all this shit, I think it's so much money that they keep rolling the dice, hoping to find another big hit. It's kind of an addiction at this point with PlayStation. The Concord tax is going to intensify big time moving forward. Maybe. He said, but that's GTA. Yes, that's GTA. But if I guarantee you, if you were to look at microtransaction spending for video games that are available on all platforms, and you would see which platform spends the most, I would say it's probably PlayStation. I'm just being real with you. I would say it's probably PlayStation. 100%. With the exception of maybe Fortnite, right? Maybe not Fortnite. But PlayStation would dominate in money spent on microtransactions on most video games. So I just think that's what a lot of their normie market is. So, but we'll see what happens, man. We all know that Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet's coming out soon. And all the Naughty Dog fans are going to buy up that game like crazy. I can guarantee that. I don't know if it's going to do as good as The Last of Us, but I think it's going to do decent numbers. I really do. But we'll see. We'll see what happens, boys. That's the story right now with Sony, PlayStation, and Shuei Yoshida. Not bad. All right, let me catch up. We got Dead Eyes Lock with $1 says Hassan can't talk for a turd gooning for 50-year-old black trans women. Bro, what is this lore about Hassan? I don't want to know it. I don't want to know it. We got a fucking brothel. We got a black trans woman who's 50 years old. I don't want to know any of this shit, bro. I'm good.
Holy shit.
I am good. That's crazy, bro. All right, next up. You are better off? Yeah. I'm better off. I'm good. I don't need to know, man. Let's talk about Fallout New Vegas. I'm gonna skip the Blizzard story, guys. I'm sorry. If you want to know about Blizzard and all the nonsense going on, check my video releasing tomorrow. It's gonna be a banger. I promise. I gotta edit it after this stream. Guys, let's talk about Fallout New Vegas, okay? Because the shit talking is insane, by the way. It's insane. Because, first of all, Fallout New Vegas, I feel like, is Obsidian's Halo, in the sense that Obsidian has been riding on the coattails of Fallout New Vegas for I don't even know how long now. It's like anytime somebody wants to mention Obsidian, it's never Avowed. It's never the what the fuck's the other game? I forgot the other game already. It's never the one about capitalism. The fuck's that game called? It's never those games. It's always Fallout New Vegas. That's the one that they want to reference all the time because that's the one anybody ever references, right? So now we got some shit talking. We got interesting, as they say, mudslinging going on right now between a Fallout New Vegas developer and Bethesda which I kind of agree, by the way, but for different reasons. Fallout New Vegas developer says don't expect a remaster. Argues that Bethesda doesn't have the source code or the engineering know-how in order to pull off the game. That's yes, Outer Worlds. There we go. Outer Worlds. Sorry, I forgot the name. That's Fighting Words. That's Fighting Words, ladies and gentlemen. Let's check this out and see what we got going on. Chris Avalone says, don't get your hopes up for an Oblivion-style remaster of the game. And his reasoning is a bit of a doozy. I don't think Bethesda has the engineering know-how to make a remaster of New Vegas at all. Now, I'm gonna say right off the bat that I agree with him, not because the reasons that he's saying that, right? He's saying that because he's basically trying to imply that Obsidian is filled with developers that are way better than over at Bethesda, right? They basically they are so smart. They have the engineering know-how to make a masterpiece, but Bethesda doesn't. I'm going to agree with him not for that reason. I'm going to agree with him because Bethesda of today doesn't have the engineering know-how. Okay, they are completely felted in every way imaginable. They are nowhere near as good as they used to be. And even Bethesda back in the day wasn't even that good because they had to get saved most of the time by the modding community. The modding community, even though Bethesda sells an insane amount of video games, the reason why they do is because modders take their games and make them into what the game should be, right? So people buy the games knowing that most of them are going to mod the game. Most people don't buy a Bethesda video game to have the initial experience of the game. And even if they do, they end up modding it pretty quickly to have whatever experience they want to have. That's really the highlight of Bethesda video games. It's the reason why they still use the creation engine to begin with, because it's very mod friendly. So whenever I see this, I'm like, you guys really sniff your own farts, huh? Like you guys are the ones who made Avowed. Like, do we need to remind you? How the fuck you going to talk about engineering know-how and you made Avowed that had less physics and less things that you could do in the game compared to even Oblivion from the original Oblivion? I mean, shit, even Morrowind had better things that you could do compared to Avowed. Avowed was baby's first RPG, and you mean to tell me you guys want to pass yourselves off as like the top tier developers of all time or something? It's like, what the fuck what are we talking about here? But in any case, he says they don't have the engineering know-how. In an interview with TK Mantis, spotted by Games Radar, that's a pretty eyebrow-raising assertion, given that what the studio and Virtuos managed with Oblivion. But Avalone argues it's a unique roadblock with New Vegas, the very last milestone. Bethesda gave Obsidian Entertainment was to deliver all the source code and the ability to make the build for $10,000. For reasons unknown to me, but I have suspicions, Obsidian studio head Fergus decided not to cash out on that milestone and did not deliver it. Says Avalone, it's not a strange decision if you feel, which would not be out of the realms of possibility, that the New Vegas experience cheated him out of X amount of money. Oh, so they offered money for the source code and the ability to make the build, and they decided not to follow through? Why the fuck would... That's interesting. It's not like they want to... maybe they want to be known as the only ones who actually did it. They don't want to give Bethesda all the clout on that. They want to be able to have New Vegas under their own belt. And they want to be able to say, from the makers of New Vegas, on every new game they come out with. Because that's what they do. That's what fucking Halo Studios does with Halo. From the makers of Halo, we bring to you this garbage. Like, nobody cares, bro. And to be fair, yeah, $10,000 is nothing. For a game like New Vegas, bro, you should offer way more money than that. But anyway, for reasons unknown to me, I have suspicions. He says it's strange. It's not a strange decision if you feel, which would not be out of the realm of possibility, that the New Vegas experience cheated him out of X amount of money. In which case, cutting off the revenue stream for that product for a time would be a possibility. I can certainly see that. And I'm not saying Bethesda doesn't have the source code for New Vegas. They may have aspects of the code. But everyone that I talked to after that period of time said they had no idea how to reassemble it. The idea that Bethesda doesn't have the source code for New Vegas seems absurd. I've reached out to Bethesda reps to ask whether there's anything to it. What that milestone really meant was all of those assets are given to Bethesda. That means they can recreate the game at any time, says Avalone. Things get a little thornier when you get to how Bethesda would actually approach such a project. The Oblivion remaster uses a fork of Unreal Engine 5 that somehow incorporates the original Gamebryo engine. So one of the only ways they could do a New Vegas remaster would involve a similar approach, with Avalone adding that the mooted Fallout 3 remake would be a good opportunity to try out that process just to see what all the problems and issues are as a result. Well, that's great. That's what we need. We need more problems and more issues in a Fallout video game or an Elder Scrolls video game. That's clearly what we need, boys, because that's clearly what everybody wants for these games. I'm telling you, man, with all due respect, I know there's people out there that love Bethesda games. For me, I used to, but now I've lost so much respect for this company. I just don't care. But I'll be so fucking honest with you. If it wasn't for the modding community, I don't think Bethesda would be anywhere near where they are today. I just don't. I'm sorry. Like, I know they make some grand worlds, big worlds, and all that stuff. They're buggy as shit. They're broken half the time. But if it wasn't for the modding community, I don't think that those games would have the lasting power that they have. I don't think that they would have the name recognition that they have. I just don't. And I'm not a modder. And even I can understand that the reason why, in my opinion, Bethesda is the way they are is because of the modding community. I don't think that they would be anywhere near where they are without them. And I feel like they know that too. So I don't know, man. It's pretty clear because look at what happened with Starfield. Starfield tried to slow down the modding portion of Starfield, and well, nobody's really around playing that game like they're playing other games, you know? We're never getting an Elder Scrolls 6, bro. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. I gotta imagine we will eventually. It's only a matter of time because Bethesda can only keep relying on the same game for so long. But I think that unfortunately, due to the success of some of these other video games that they've put out and how they keep selling games throughout the years, because of modders, I think that they absolutely are going to try to milk this for as long as they can. They're going to try to wait this off as much as they can. Yeah, I know they got Skyblivion coming out. That massive like undertaking with Skyblivion, which ironically got the blessing from Bethesda to continue going, so good for them. But of course they did, right? Think about this, guys. Bethesda knows that the modding community is their lifeline. Do you really think that they're going to risk the PR disaster of taking down one of the biggest mods that is going to come to that game? Do you think they're going to risk taking it down? Of course not. Do you think they're going to risk getting the modding community angry at them? Of course not. They're not going to want to do that. They're probably looking at Skyblivion to learn. I'm not even kidding. They're probably looking at Skyblivion to learn what they could do in future games. They're like, hey, let's let the modders do the work. And then we could look at their work and see what they did. And then we could learn a thing or two. So sad, man. Ms. Bella says, I think the only time I played one of their games is modded. I mean, listen, I played all their games unmodded. And I enjoyed them for what they were. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend like they weren't broken pieces of shit for the majority of their early lifetime. And only eventually, when Bethesda gets their shit together, does it finally get somewhat fixed. But even then, somewhat fixed for Bethesda is like completely broken for other video games. It's just a sad thing, you know, but it's the truth. So I don't know, man. But in any case, I just think that this was interesting to see a Obsidian developer talk so much shit to another developer when both of these guys are in the same boat. You're both in the same boat. Both of you are in the same boat. Both of you literally are in the bargain bin boat, where it's like, I won't even go anywhere near your game personally unless it's like $10 or less. I don't care. I just don't care. I don't care, man. Seneca says newer patches completely broke Fallout 4. I know. That's a sad thing, right? Because like, even if they do try to supposedly fix the game, they break it even worse. They break it worse. I remember when you guys told me months ago that Fallout 4 was broken. I'm like, there's no way. How is it broken? And then you guys told me that they released a new patch. And I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. There's no way that they broke a game that's as old as Fallout 4 because they wanted to patch it. And they did. They did. It's crazy, bro. But that's Bethesda, man. It is what it is. What am I gonna say, man? I don't know. So anyway, you guys let me know what you think about this crazy shit, man. They fuck up all the mods. They sure do. I feel like they do it on purpose. But who knows? All right, let's catch up on supers. Guys, really quick, man. We are still doing the battle. Right now, we got Viola versus Perona. Who is going to move on to the next section of the waifu battle tournament for One Piece? Ladies and gentlemen, let's find out, man. What do we got? We got Sonic with a 2, 2019, 2026. The whole industry got this heist ruin. That's pretty fair. Hickory Excalibur, $4.99. There was a Crash Bandicoot live service. It was called Crash Team Rumble, made by Toys for Bob, but it lost support 2 or 3 months after release, I think. Wait, what? Called Crash Team? Really? Crash Team. That sounds familiar, but I don't 100% remember that. Crash Team. But I'm not surprised. Marius with a 5. I think game developers just forgot how to create games. That's why I believe Elder Scrolls 6 will be worse than vanilla Skyrim. Oh, probably. Probably. I'm not like, it's not even, I would say that Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be probably one of the biggest disaster launches that we're going to see in a long time, which is crazy because Bethesda usually is the one who does the biggest disaster launches. That's normally them, right? That's normally them. So we'll see, but because you know what it is, man, it's their fault, bro. It's their fault. They announced this game so long ago, which means that they are now building this expectation over how many years now? They're never going to meet that expectation. Never. They're never going to meet it. It's impossible. It's like Half-Life 3. Half-Life 3 will never meet the expectation that it has if it ever comes out. It literally, bro, it doesn't matter how good it is. It will never be as good as people have in their mind. So when they did it to themselves, when you announce a game like this so fucking early in its life cycle, you shot your own foot. Basically, you shot your own foot. So I don't really think anything is going to really come from. Yeah, it's Half-Life 3 all over again. It's kind of like, what is it? Beyond Good and Evil 2. Right? Like Beyond Good and Evil 2 from Ubisoft. Why would you even come up with that game? That game is 19 years in development. 19 years. The director of that game had the audacity to tell gamers in an interview that we are working on this game and we are trying to ensure that it gives everything that the players are looking for. We want to make the best experience for our players. Brother, it takes you 19 fucking years. Actually, it's going to be more than that because you're not releasing it anytime soon. So it's going to take you 20 plus years. It's going to take you 20 plus years to deliver the best experience for your players? Or your players are going to be fucking senile by the time the game comes out. Your players are going to be dead. They're going to be grandparents. What's wrong with you? 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, bro. Bro, you know what it is? Ubisoft is trying to go for a record that they know nobody else is going to come anywhere close to even trying. Because they know that they can't get by on their games anymore. So they got to get something before they shut down. So they're going to go for the Guinness World Record of the longest development cycle ever for a video game. And then they're going to release Beyond Good and Evil 2. It's going to be so broken. It's not even funny, dude. They already are grandparents. That's true. That's true. We got Randall with a 5. Says, hashtag Viola. I like her so much more. Let's go. Let's go. Right now, we got barely any votes for Perona. Almost all the votes are for Viola. We're about to get into the final segment in a second. We got Sean Sora with $1 over on Rumble. Says, hey, Hypnotic, I got a little hot take, but I'm going to defend Mary take slightly. I think she worded it poorly. I think she was talking about the percentages of how many men does do it or exist compared to women. So I don't think that's the case at all. And the reason why is because she prefaced it with if a man wants to essentially protect a child or be with a child or like caretake a child or whatever the case may be, and it's not their own lineage, then they're most likely a predator. You cannot preface that and then follow it up with, well, you know, we're just talking about percentages of how many women do it versus men. I talked about that. I went over that without calling anybody a predator. I said that most women tend to choose jobs that are not so labor focused and they go for the nurturing jobs. They go for the caretaking jobs. Obviously, there's not a lot of men doing it because a lot of men are doing the harder jobs that no women can or will do. So men fill those roles, which means women fill the other roles, right? But you could say that. You could say that without prefacing that, well, if a man does it, then that somehow makes them a predator, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard I don't know. It's kind of hard to take that as like I just worded it poorly kind of a thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not a hot take. I'm just being real with you. So that's all. All right, boys, listen. Let us do the final countdown. Well, we're not gonna do the final countdown. We're gonna play the song first. Listen, we gotta choose a winner. All right. We gotta know who is gonna be facing Raiju Vinspoke, who last night felted Boa by $15. It was like 400 versus 415. It was crazy. What a crazy battle. Today, not as much, but let's see Let's see if people can make a decision, boys. I'm going to play the song. This is your last chance to vote for Viola or Perona. And whoever wins this is going to go up against Raiju Vinsmoke in the next round whenever we get to that round. Boys, I'm only going to play the song once. You got to choose between Viola and Perona. Now's your chance. It's one or the other, man. One or the other. Dietrich Koenig with a 2 over on Rumble for hashtag Viola. Thank you. I appreciate that. War Wizard with a 5. Perona. Hashtag Perona. Obey the rules. The rules exist for a reason. Without rules, life is utterly meaningless. A dark, cold void, absent of joy. Hashtag obey the rules. What the fuck? Bro, did a computer take over your brain or something, man? You don't speak like this. It's because Kira Nightshade came out of nowhere yesterday. That's why. That's why. We're going to choose a winner right now. We're going to choose a winner. We're going to figure out who's going to win this. Let's go. This is your last chance, boys. Hypno, what's the current count? I'm not sure. T-Jap, can you let me know what the current count is? All I know is Perona has little to no votes. Viola's probably like $80 right now. It's really not much. So you could turn it, like anybody could turn this around. Anybody could turn this around right now. T-Jab, if you can, let me know, please, what the numbers are. Any mods, if you're here, please let me know. We'll figure it out. Why do their eyes look like that? Bro, I don't know, man. Why don't you ask Oda? I don't know. I didn't design it. I didn't design it, okay? I didn't design it. T-Jab says Viola is at $52.18. Perona's at 10. Guys, this is like the easiest. This is the easiest battle in the world. Easiest battle in the world, boys. For you guys who really supposedly love Viola, you guys are going to open yourself up for a counterattack just like the Boa fans did yesterday. It is not going to end well. But who knows? Maybe not. Maybe. Oh, do you see what I'm talking about? Do you see what I'm talking about, brother? Zevin Cross with a $50 mega banger for Perona, hands down. I love my spooky goth girls, but it doesn't count because he didn't put a hashtag. He didn't put a hashtag. He didn't put a hashtag. No hashtag, Zevin. Oh my, I'm going to throw my microphone out the fucking window. That's it. I'm throwing my microphone out. Bye, guys. Bye. Did I break it? Did I break it? Oh, fuck. Did I break it? Hello? Hello? Did I break it? Robin 10 with a 2, hashtag Viola. Get some, no whammies, no cope. Now the Viola fans feel safe. Now the Viola fans feel safe. Because Zevin Cross, the fucking legend, forgot to put a hashtag on his $50 super chat where it literally says hashtag on the picture and in the poll and in the pinned comment everywhere. And I even said it. Oh, man, bro. This is going to be crazy, man. All right, boys. Final countdown. Hold on. Let me leave the picture up. Let me leave the picture up for the final countdown, boys. All right. You guys ready for this, man? This is your final chance. It's your final chance. Doesn't matter to me who moves forward. Whoever moves forward is going to have to face off against Raiju Vinsmoke, who felted Boa. Oh, my God.
Holy shit.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Zevin Cross said, you know what? Fuck that. Hashtag Perona with a $100 Red Boy Hyperbanger. We got to do final countdown, boys. We got to do final countdown. Please, for your chair shots, make sure if you chair shot to throw a hashtag in there. Because now Perona's in the lead and Viola's about to lose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Waiting for lag, waiting for lag, waiting for lag, waiting for lag, waiting. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen.
The waifu battle belt is mine!
Oh my god, guys. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait. I gotta put ears on. I gotta put ears on. Shout out to you guys. We hit tier 2 because of the battle. Ladies and gentlemen, you absolute crazy bastards. Let's go over this and let's see what we got, ladies and gentlemen. First off, we got War Wizard discounted. Hashtag Perona. I said you must obey the rules. Why didn't you obey the rules? Everything would be okay if you just obey the rules. Do you want the world to burn down? Obey the rules. Dude, man. Shout out to War Wizard. I appreciate that. And then Zevin Cross, an absolute legend again with a $100 Red Boy Hyperbanger for hashtag Perona. I appreciate that, my man. Shout out to you. And then Robin 10 with a 2 says hashtag Viola. Get some. No whammies. No cope. I would hold on that no cope thing real quick because over on Rumble, we had Deidre Connick give a $5 banger for hashtag Viola like an absolute legend. And then, ladies and gentlemen, I got to bring this on screen because you're not going to believe me. So let me bring it up on screen. Hold on. Guys. What the fuck? Where did it go? Fucking Rumble. Twisted Master dropped a $369 Red Boy Ultimate Mega Hyper Banger for hashtag Perona. All spark 3 banana clips, please. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. Zevin Cross is freaking out, bro. Oh my god, what the fuck? This man had it all planned. He waited till the very last. Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh my god, man. Well, we know who won this, but let's see what the numbers are, man. Oh my god, look at this. Viola at $64.18 versus Perona at $489 flat, which means the winner of today's Waifu Battle One Piece tournament and moving on to battle against Raiju Vinsmoke in the next round is gonna be none other than the one of the only Perona, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, what the fuck is happening in this tournament, man? What is happening, dude? Fucking felt it. Homeman Cat is telling Zevin Cross that he's a gentleman of culture and taste. Yo, that's so funny, man. That's so funny. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Let's do it one more time, ladies and gentlemen. One more time. What the fuck is going on, boys? What is happening? Let the coping and seething commence.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
And that's it, boys, for the Waifu Battle Tournament. Verona's going to go backstage. She will face off against another waifu in the future, which is Raiju Vinsmoke, ladies and gentlemen. But tomorrow, we now have... Okay, so we got the winner for Viola Perona. Oh, tomorrow's going to be crazy, man. Hold on. Tomorrow's going to be crazy. Look at this shit, boys. So Viola Perona's moving on. She's going to be facing Raiju Vinsmoke. Guys, tomorrow we got Khalifa versus Yamato. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. We got Khalifa versus Yamato tomorrow, and then the day after is going to be a big one. Monette versus Nico Robin, bro. That one's going to be crazy. That was gonna be fucking insane. Monette versus Nico Robin. Oh man, I feel like people are gonna get real feisty with that one. I'm almost positive, pretty sure. So we'll see, boys. We got some 2 epic battles coming up in the next 2 Hypnocasts, so don't miss it, ladies and gentlemen. Really quick, man. Fluffy Murder Machine over on Rumble for a 2 says I seem to be shadow banned on YouTube, so unfortunately you won't see me there anytime soon. What's going on, Fluffy? Are you? Wait, what? You shadow banned? Are you shadow banned on the gaming streams too? Because I could have sworn I saw you in the gaming streams the other day. That's weird. Well, I mean, hey, as long as you hang out, it's all good, brother. It's all good. I appreciate that. That's fucking weird though. Hopefully it doesn't last very long. Guys, we got a lot of clips we got to play. We got to play clips for Zeb and Cross. We got to play clips for Twisted Master, both of these legends. If you guys are not going to stick around for the clips, the game stream is now live. We're going to be playing Mouse PI for Hire, ladies and gentlemen, as expected. I put it over on both chats right now, so you guys can come hang out with us. I would appreciate it. And yeah, let's play some clips, guys. Thank you so much for everything. I appreciate it. War Wizard with a 2 says Twisted Master and Zevin Cross obeyed the rules. Guys, I think an AI has taken over the mind of War Wizard. Because he went from fuck the rules to all of a sudden obey the rules. Something weird's going on. I don't know what's going on. Zevin Cross, I need to know what clips you want, man. Don't tell me Asians for fucking old man cat. Is that why he said you're a cultured man? Is that why he said you're a cultured man because of Asians? Is that why? Did you promise to give him Asians? I have a feeling he promised them Asians probably. How much you want to bet? I didn't even read the chat. Let me see. What did you promise, man? Zevin Cross. He wants Asians? I don't believe you. I don't believe you, old man cat. I don't believe you. We're all... Wait, what? Well stewed in Asian debauchery? Oh, my God. He crashed out like Nintendo Wizard? Definitely. He definitely did. Give me and him goth Asians. Oh, goth Asians. All right. All right, old man cat. I see what you did this time. All good. Thank you guys so much for the insane support today. I appreciate it. Thank you for all the super chats, the comments, the likes, the donos, everything. Everything counts. I appreciate it. Guys, go check out the video tomorrow. It's going to be about Blizzard. It's going to be about the entire private server breakdown. The videos have been banging lately. Keep supporting them to the best of your ability. We are grinding and we are fighting back every day this bullshit algorithm that we deal with. So continue to support the videos to the best of your ability because once this strike falls off, the sky's the limit. So thank you guys so much for the support. And I'll see every single one of you on the next one. And thank you to the mods for doing what they do every single day. I appreciate you guys as well. Let's get some clips, and I'll see you guys over on the game stream. Until then, go be bigots and go be gooners. Where's the Asians at? Bye.
Oh my god, it's a red boy hyper banger.
All right, this is the last one. This is the last one. I hypnotic, hypno, yeah, big strong beefy man. Got that bull scene ready to pop. This man said perfection, brother. You gay as hell, boy. You're gay as hell. This man gay as hell. Tell you what, just like this.
Try to relax your anus.
And there's a little bit of a...
Your shoulders.
You gay as hell. All right, this is the last one. This is the last one. I hypnotic, hypno, yeah, big strong beefy man. Got that bull scene ready to pop. This man said perfection, brother. You gay as hell, boy. You're gay as hell. This man gay as hell. Tell you what, just like this.
Try to relax your anus.
And there's a little bit of a...
Your shoulders.
You gay as hell. All right, this is the last one. This is the last one. I hypnotic, hypno, yeah, big strong beefy man. Got
that book scene ready to pop. This man said perfection, brother. You gay as hell, boy. You're gay as hell. This man gay as hell. Tell you what, just like this.
Try to relax your anus.
And there's a little bit of a...
Your shoulders.
He gay as hell.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented white kids.
Her dog, or her cat, was named Vagina.
Put a ticket in, make her gay. Suck Indiana Jones, put a ticket in, make her gay. Fuck baby gay, put a ticket in, make her gay. It means put a chicken in it we eat and make her fucking gay. Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day California shit! Cause that's all we fucking know! Cause we're boring! We're so fucking boring! Twitter hole! Twitter hole! Get a grip!
At the touch of the black man, I bring life. 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 That's right!
Why the hell are you still here? Go on. Get out of here. Go play some video games.